In this video, I'll be showing you how to create a contact form pop-up in WordPress. So, we'll be using Elementor in order to create this contact form pop-up. Now, this is going to be a pop-up where when people visit your website, it pops up and they can add their contact details and get to you. So, how do we do this? Just come under Elements. Mind you, you need Elementor Pro in order to be able to do this. So come under Elements, or rather under Templates, and hover. You'll see Save Templates and you see pop-ups. Click on pop-ups, and then you see this feast that says create your first pop-up. Want to click on Add New Pop-up. For this, you can just leave it as it is, pop-up, and then you want to name it something. Let's just say pop, and then create template. As it loads, it's going to bring you to this page. Then from here, if you have Elementor Pro, then you already have pre-defined pop-up template which you can use. But in our case, we want to create the pop-up by ourselves. So we come here. What I want to do is I want to click on this and then want to add a flex box with 2 equal parts. So this is the one we want to choose. On this side, we'll add an image, and on this side, we'll add a form. So just X out. We don't want to use Elementor template AI builder. Let's search here for form. And we'll search here for form. Let's put it this way. And it's going to give us a number of fields. Yes, so it gives us name, email, and then message. Let's say, for example, want to add first name and last name. What I'll come here and do is that I'll duplicate this, and then here I'll say first name, and it's also going to be first name here. And then I want to make the column width to be 50. I'll do the same for the second, but it's going to be last name, and here last name too. And then it's also going to be 50. Then for these two, I want it to be a mandatory field, a required field. So I'll toggle on the required button. And then the email address should also be required, yes. And then you can add your message. So this is where the client is going to add their message. On this side, I'm going to add an image. But before then, let me go ahead and style this. So I'll come to Style. And the first thing I want to do is that you can increase the column gap for those columns which are horizontal. Let me just leave it on 10. Then the rows gap, you can increase them to give it a little bit more breathing space. Let's make it 20. The text color should be black. And then the typography, I want it to be Poppins. I want it to be Poppins, not Poppins. So I've made it to be Poppins, and then I want the weight to be, let's say, 500. So that's the weight. Then for the HTML field, you can space that a little bit. I'll just leave it the way it is. For the fields now, I want the text color to be something a bit faint, so it's not too visible. And then the background color, I'll leave it the way it is. For the button, I want to change the color of the button to something like purple. I don't know if this, yes, I'm going to use that. Then the typography for the button should also be Poppins. The typography will also be Poppins. That is that. So this is the contact form part. Now I'll just add an image there. I can come to pexels.com and look for any picture. Let's say, I'll say contact. I can search for that. And this one could be a good one. I will just download it in minimum resolution. Now, what if I came and I search for a picture that is square? Let's say contact. and I want to filter by size. Let's say square or orientation square. And then I can now search. I'll now come back to my pop-up which I'm building, and I'm going to drag that image here. So what I want to do is that I want to click on this and come to style, and then I want to give it a background type of classic. Then I'll add that image here. I need to upload it. I'll use this one. Just upload it there. And then I'll select. So you see, it doesn't look really good. It shows me just a little portion. It seems like the hand of the lady. So the image resolution, I want to make it now is full. The position should be center. And then the display size should be cover. Okay, so that is that. But I want to give it a background overlay. A background overlay of black. And I can add some text here. And I'll just say, write us. No, 1 minute before this. Let me give this. I'll come to style. And I want to give this column the layout. I want it to be center. To be a center column. And the align items in the center. So now if I drag this text. No, not that. Let me come back here. I made it to be down. No, not down. I want it just to be centered. Justify content. Let's see if I drag this here. Still not what I wanted. I'll just leave it as it is, the default. Then I'll add the text here and say, write us. And then I want this to be centered. I want this to be white. I want the typography to be poppins. Yes, then now what I can do is that I can give this. I can either add a space here. Let me look for spacer and add it on top of here to push this item down. And then I can just increase to align this to center. Let's say 120. And then I can increase the text to 40 and the weight to 700. So this is our contact form. I can now increase the padding around here for each of these to give this some breathing space. So let's say 24. This is it. And if I publish now, you'll see it's going to ask us for conditions, display conditions. So I want to add display conditions. It should apply on the entire website. And you can choose particular pages. Maybe you want it to apply only on a singular page, like the contact page or something. And you can choose the page and say maybe just the contact page. But I want it to be on the entire website. And I'll go to next. And then the triggers. When should this be displayed? On page load, on page scroll. Maybe once I start scrolling, if I see on page load, and then you see maybe 5 seconds, or let's say 5 seconds after loading the page, then this should be displayed. If I come now to my website, I'll just copy this link and I'll paste it here. 5 seconds after this, except there's a problem, then that should, now you see 5 seconds after this, we see this pop-up appears. Now let's go back here. I want to look at edit the display conditions, and I'll come back to triggers. Let's see on scroll. If I turn this off and I say on scroll, the moment the person has scrolled 50% of the page, then it's going to be triggered. So now, look at, this is the page. You see how long it is? Let me reload this page. And then the moment I start scrolling, the pop-up should appear. So once I go 50% of this page, the pop-up appears. I will now come back to display conditions. Let me come to triggers. Let's see, if I scroll to a particular element, if I give this my underscore class element to any section, I can come to this section and I click here and I come to advanced and I give the CSS class here, that my underscore class. The moment I reach here, it's going to ask me to, the pop-up is going to show. I will not do that. On click. So if I click on maybe 1 or 2 elements on my website, the moment I make 1 or 2 clicks or up to 2 clicks, the pop-up shows. So, and you can see on inactivity, let's see if I've been inactive for up to 10 seconds, up to 5 seconds, then the pop-up is going to show. So let me just come here. Let me close this out. And then I've reloaded the page. So let me just stay for 5 seconds. Let's count 1, 2. You see, I didn't count properly. After 5 seconds of inactivity, it shows up. Then let's come back to triggers. And let's see on page exit intent. You must have seen this. The moment the website shows that I want to leave, it's going to trigger the pop-up. Let me just open another website here. So let me reload this page. So the moment I want to, you see, the moment I bring my cursor here to exit this website, it shows, the pop-up appears. So I'll come back to triggers and let's just say I'll put this on exit intent so that people will give me their contact before leaving. Now let's go to advanced rules. So you can choose the number of pages you want to show it on here, and you can choose the number of sessions too. That's the number of cookies. The cookies are going to determine that. Then you can choose the number of times you want the pop-up to show. Let's say 3 times per day. So if the person is on that website the whole day, it's going to show only 3 times. Let's say you can show it per week. If the person visits that website 10 times a week, it will show only 3 times of the 10 times. And it should be on close. You can use that when arriving from a specific URL. Maybe let's say we can put a URL here like Facebook. Anybody coming to this website from our Facebook or our Pinterest account, they should see this pop-up. They should see this pop-up. Maybe we want to sell a particular course on our website, maybe on Pinterest, and you know that this person is coming from Pinterest, therefore they have interest on Pinterest. We can use this there. Then you can show this when arriving from, let's say, a search engine like Google or an external link, maybe like an affiliate link or something. Then you can show this website. You can show that pop-up. Okay, you can also hide the pop-up for those who are logged in. So you can hide the pop-up. If somebody is already logged in, then the pop-up, that will now be for pop-ups like discounts and all that. Sign in to get discount, create an account to get discount. So if somebody has already created an account, then there is no need showing them that pop-up. Then you can choose the devices. Should this show on desktop, mobile, and tablet, or you can choose this to be only on mobile, because maybe only on desktop, maybe you create a separate pop-up for mobile and then show on browsers. You can choose, maybe you want this only to be only on Mozilla, or you want it to be only on Chrome, on Safari, on Microsoft Edge. And then you can show this on particular times and dates. So that is how you do with a pop-up. That's how you can create a contact form pop-up, and that is how you can configure it on WordPress using Elementor. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have any video ideas you want me to create, please turn on the notification bell, and just comment them so that I will know what you want. God bless you. Peace.